Hey guys, how's everyone doing? It has been a minute. Please excuse the dishes in the background, but it has been a minute. The last video that I recorded was right when I took my hair down, and I had a big old afro. But today I am going to review the KFC chicken and donut sandwich. So let's do a thumbnail. Check that out. And so yeah, so I got it all over my hands. Now normally I would not do this kind of a review because of all the sugar. However, everybody else been doing it, so I figured, well, why not try it myself? So here I am, and here I go. That is really, really good. The sweetness from the donut and the savoriness from the chicken, they do balance one another out. I've watched a few reviews where they've said that the sweet and savory balance one another out, and they really do. This is a really, really, really good sandwich. I probably won't go and get any more because the sweetness from the donut. But it is really good, and I do definitely recommend it. But this donut is probably better than, for this sandwich, better than the Krispy Kreme donut, because the Krispy Kreme donut has all that glaze. And so KFC, they hitting on something with their own donut and how they sprinkle it with just the right amount of glaze. And that's what makes this sandwich work. I probably wouldn't do the tender container with just the one donut, because the two donuts is the sandwich is what makes it worth it. It was definitely worth my coin that I spent on it. It was really good. This is really, really good. But anyway, what have you guys been up to? How have you been doing? Oh, and before I forget, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you're alerted whenever I upload videos. Today was a busy day for me. I am super tired. I preached today, so I brought forth the word. If I can figure out how to share the video on my YouTube channel, I will share that video on my YouTube channel. But the title of my sermon was "Don't Go Back to Egypt," and I came from the book of Exodus, chapter 3. And usually, not usually, whenever God gives us a word, he brings it to the preacher first. But I must say, I studied another sermon. I have several sermons in my little binder. And so I had studied one sermon while I was, downstairs at the church. And while I was sitting up during devotion, the Holy Spirit said, "I'm switching." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So God took me in a different direction. But just know that whenever God gives a word, it's for the people. It's not about me. It's not my opinions, not what I think, not what I want. It's always about God. And so that change was what he wanted the people to hear. Anybody that has had this chicken sandwich, you already know that whenever you pick it up, this is what you're going through. So can't believe how good this is. But don't go back to Egypt. We've all had an Egypt experience where we've been held bonded to addiction, sex, money, cars, whatever it was. And the story, my sermon went back to how the Israelites were slaves of Pharaoh, and how Moses, when he was born, because his mom did not want him to be put to death, she put him in a basket. She sent him, down the river. She sent his sister to keep watch over him to make sure he was okay. And how Pharaoh's daughter found him, and she raised him as her own child. She knew that he was a Hebrew, but she raised him as her own child. And so Moses was the one that God chose to lead the people out of captivity. When you're held in captivity for so long, you become used to it. You become accustomed to the captive mentality. When you're set free, you don't know how to act. And that's what the Israelites went through. They didn't know how to act. They had been set free from being whipped on, from having to stomp straw to make bricks. They had been set free from that, and they didn't know how to act. And so that was a trying time for them. Please excuse the background noise. That's my daughter and her friend upstairs. And I'm reminding you all that when you're set free from that thing, whatever it is, stay free from it. If God has called you to do something, just do it. It's just that simple. But we get comfortable where we are. We get comfortable in wherever we are. And God has said that it's time for you to be uncomfortable. Because it's when you're uncomfortable that you start to make changes. As long as you're comfortable, as long as you got what you need, your car, your house, your money, your food, your clothes, your whatever, you're okay. As soon as you lose all of that, then you start to panic and like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's when you get uncomfortable that you begin to make changes. And so God is saying that it's time for you to be uncomfortable. And He's making some of you uncomfortable where you are. You're uncomfortable in that job. You're uncomfortable in that relationship. You're uncomfortable because God is trying to get your attention. The enemy is busy. He always busy. He always trying to distract you. He always trying to stop you dead in your tracks. He's always trying to kill you prematurely. But God said it's time to get up and do something. And so today's message, was a reminder. Don't go back to Egypt. It's a horrible thing to be wandering anywhere for 40 years. The Israelites they wandered 40 years in the desert because they just didn't get it. But God put them there, and all of the original Israelites had to die off before the new generation was able to come in and reap the benefits of the land flowing with milk and honey. And unfortunately for Moses, he didn't even get an opportunity to go into the land of flowing with milk and honey. He had to stand way back and watch. So imagine after you've dealt 40 years with non-believing people, hard-headed people, disrespectful people. They all die off. You still alive. And you get to watch their children and their children's children and so forth and so on go into the promised land. But you can't go into the promised land because you were a part of that generation that had to die off. But you didn't die because God wanted you to see. So today's message, it was an awesome message, and I shared it on my Facebook page. Go look me up on all of my social media. On Facebook, I'm just Kim Trammell. On Instagram, I am Separated to Be Elevated on Instagram. I can't remember what I am on Snapchat, but I'm gonna figure that out, and then I'll let you guys know what I am on Snapchat. I don't get on Snapchat a lot, but I guess I'm gonna be doing a lot more on my Snapchat and my Instagram channels. But my goal is to, just really build up my YouTube channel as well. Starting a new job pretty soon here. And so, I'm just going to be a multitasking woman here. Still working on my businesses. Like I said, I'll share those with you when I'm ready to launch. Have the hiccups. I'm sorry. I have the hiccups. And then I got a stupid gnat flying around. But, yeah. So your girl has been a little busy. But to God be the glory. And I've just been relaxing and, trying to stay out of everybody's way and do me. That's what we all have to do. Learn how to do us. Trying to favor that. That thing right there. Jesus, fix it. He already did. Yeah, so don't try it, cause that saying is trademark. So, but yeah, so it's Sunday. It was a beautiful day outside today. Oh my goodness, it was the most beautiful day that I've seen so far. It was a beautiful day outside today, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Me and my mom went out, took care of a few things, and now we're home and we're relaxing. I had to take my shoes off. I still got on my church clothes, but I'm just relaxing now. No work for me. I'm not cleaning no stoves, no refrigerators. I'm not doing none of that tonight. I'll do that all tomorrow. And once I learn how to do the set myself up to do the clean with me, I'm gonna get that set up, get that going. But yeah. That's good. A lot of chewing. I already got to chew like 100 times to make sure everything is chewed up. This donut and chicken is making me chew twice as long. I'm still looking for me a good camera with the tripod and the ring lights so that I can set myself up in a different place, in a better place, and have better lighting for you guys. And hopefully I won't always have that glare from my glasses, because I hate every video. I think every video, I know the last few videos, there's been this glare on my glasses, and I hate it, and I know y'all hate it. But I'm working on it. I'm new to all this. So even if that means I gotta put my contacts in, then that's what I'll do. But yeah, that's aggravating. And I don't even know where it's reflecting off of, because I don't have my laptop open. So I'm not sure where the glare, maybe it's coming from the window behind me. I don't know. But in any event, yeah, get some better lighting so that I don't see the glare and become aggravated by it, and you guys don't have the glare to be aggravated by it. I guess if I learn to start vlogging earlier in the day, And then I'm always fussing about having all this hair and not knowing what to do with it. And then I get it braided up, I guess. I guess. And it's only going you guys are only gonna see maybe the month of March, maybe the month of April, where it'll be down. So I'm ready for it to go back up in the braids now. But we'll see. It makes no sense for me to keep looking at my fingers, so I still got a piece of the sandwich to finish. So, but yeah, just relaxing finally after a long day. And when you minister the word of God, or when you preach the word of God, it is very draining because you're pouring out, and so it's very draining. And so I do know that when my head hits that pillow tonight, I'm going to sleep very, very well. And this morning I almost overslept. I'm going to be at the gym for the next month and a half. Working it out, working it out, working it out. Before I start my new job. I'm going to see if I can take you guys with me. When I go to the gym. There's so much going on around here. You guys can't hear it, but I got a TV in one room. Well, my dog, he's quiet right now. But my mama and her TV in another room. And I got my daughter and her friend and kids and all that upstairs. It's just like, wow. It is exceptionally quiet right now. Yes, yes, yes. Probably, this is probably about, well, for me, this is probably about 3 more bites. That is really good. Come on, camera. Yeah, three, two for sure, but three. Whew. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about what God is doing. He's opening so many doors. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm probably gonna regret this later. Probably gonna regret this later. But that's okay. Oh, and I have not edited these last few videos because for me right now, editing is cutting out a lot of, what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, whatever. And so for me right now, I just wanted you guys to get to know me, whatever flaws I have, whatever. I want you guys to get to know me. And then as I grow, I'll learn to edit and I'll learn, what to cut out or whatever. But there's another YouTuber that I follow, and I love her for the way her channel is set up. She does just raw videos. And at first when I started watching her, I was like, welcome back for another raw video. But then the more I watched her, the more I was like, okay, she's just her everyday life. At home, in the grocery store, nothing is edited, is what I'm saying. And her videos were, I don't know if they still are, just limited to, but when I first started watching her, her videos were limited to 5 minutes. And I said, why 5 minutes? But again, as I watched more and more, I was like, oh, okay. Keep it short, sweet, and to the point. And I like that. But I think now she has extended that time a little bit, because she's doing more things like cook with me. You can't cook in 5 minutes and be done with everything in 5 minutes. Her clean with me's, her redecorating everything, the time has extended, which is cool. But I like her philosophy of keeping it real and raw. Because if you keep it that way, if you start out that way, then people get to see you for who you are. They get to see the genuine you. But it also, there's a drawback. If you're real and raw from the beginning, and then as your channel grows, you start changing, then your subscribers is going to be like, hey, that's not the same person I started watching. I don't like the way she turning herself around, or I don't like, what direction she's going in. So, that's a double-edged sword, I guess, and it has its positive as well as its negative. Excuse me. And so you just got to be careful, because if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. If you stay real, you don't have to get real. If you telling the truth and you remember what you said, you don't have to go back and try to guess. You don't have to, tell lies on top of lies because you don't remember what you said. And so, I like her philosophy a lot. I don't know if you guys can see. Y'all see all that glaze? All that glaze in the bottom of this box. I'm glad it wasn't all on the donut, on the sandwich. Because I would not have been able to. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I had to go wash my hands. And like I said, this KFC donut chicken sandwich was absolutely amazing. It's an awesome an awesome sandwich. Although it's not a sandwich that I will eat anymore. I will leave that to the people. Yeah, because my stomach is like, hey, you weren't supposed to have that. But, a lot of times we're disobedient and we don't listen. And so I was being obedient and didn't listen. And so now, like I said, my stomach is just a little topsy-turvy, but it'll be okay. I'll be fine. But again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I drop a new video. I don't know. I guess with that, on this Sunday evening, I am going to sign out. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Good night.